Hi folks, this is a feature video on a company called MCP, Molycorp, and I'm doing this for a friend of mine. We'll call him Merlin because of the disappearing act that he pulled on myself and other friends last night, but that's a story for a different day. The question is, my friend owns this stock at or above the $8 level, which is as you can see just above here. I don't know exactly what his ownership level is, but he does own it, and he has a significant position. And his question to me is, what would I do here? He's very reluctant to take the hit and recognize the loss. So his question was, are there any other alternatives? Let me begin by saying that this chart, these charts look very bad. This is the monthly, this is the weekly, and this is the daily. Molycorp is in a downtrend on all three of these time frames. And I don't know anything about the fundamentals of the company. And for those of you who have been listening to me for a while, you know that I don't care. But I do know enough to know that they reported on Friday. So you had some significant volume action here. And all that the stock could really do was bounce back up to the 21 EMA. And for those of you who know anything about candlesticks, you know that this is a fairly negative candlestick. So it looks like price may roll over and head lower here. So even sight unseen, my advice to Merlin was to recognize the loss. Just take the loss and get out of the position. It would clear his head and allow him to move on and put on more profitable positions in other securities. And you know, if he decided, if this moved into a situation where it looked like it was going to move higher, he could always buy it back. Commission costs are just that low now. So let me say and be very clear, I think that he should close the position. That said, there are a couple of other alternatives. One, I suggested that if he wasn't going to do anything else, that he should at least buy puts to cover the risk to the downside from here. I know that it's only a $6 stock and it looks like it's basing, but anything can happen and the stock could have, right? And all of a sudden he would be sitting on an even more substantial loss. So to protect himself, I would suggest that he buy puts. If he does, and he could buy them here. These are the, what month is this? The June 13s. He could buy the $6 puts to protect himself. The offer side, at least on Friday, the offer side was 87 cents. So let's say 90 cents. It would cost him $900 per contract, which would cover 100 shares for every contract that he buys, right? Now, that, in my opinion, is throwing good money after bad. So what's another alternative? And this gets to be a little bit more complex, but I'm going to offer it as a suggestion just so people understand that there are things that he could do, all of which, again, are very distant seconds and thirds and fourths to the number one alternative in my mind, which is to sell the position. But he could also sell covered calls to take in some premium to reduce the amount that he's exposed in terms of his losses. But again, it's a very sloppy second. I mean, right now he could sell, if these prices hold up, he could sell at, call it 33 cents or 30 cents per share. He could sell calls to cover his position, and at the $8 level, right? So if the stock were to rally to that level, the stock would be called away from him, and he would have taken that premium in, and then on his overall position, he would, of course, have recouped the losses that he's sitting on right now. Again, not what I would do. I think that Merlin should sell this stock, get out of it, get rid of it, and be done with it. But those are a couple of other alternatives, things that he can think about. All right. If you guys have any questions about this analysis or alternative suggestions that you would like me to pass on to Merlin, feel free to reach out. All right. I hope everyone has a good evening. It is Sunday, March 17th, and we're heading into Monday the 18th. Cyprus, Europe has done something with respect to Cyprus. The futures are down right now, so tomorrow should be a very interesting open. All right. We will talk to you guys later.